It's how you learn.
Yeah.
Of course, it's much different nowadays. But, you know,
This shot.
Jesus Christ, great shot.
What?
Oh my.
Wow.
What a shot.
But you know what, I mean, five or the three in the corner, so you gotta want to hit this kind of medium thickness and get the four ball. Efren's kicking, I like it.
Damn!
King Chung's option. It's how you learn.
Yeah.
Of course, it's much different nowadays. But, you know,
This shot.
Jesus Christ, great shot.
What a shot.
But, you know what, I mean, five or the three in the corner, so you gotta want to hit this kind of medium thickness and get the four ball. Efren's kicking, I like it. King Chung's option. And the 9 ball in the corner looks good. Yes, and the 1 ball is sitting very nicely. The 2's hanging in the lower left pocket. It's real deep. But the 4 ball, everything else looks like it's just sitting there for the taking. These can be a little tricky with these deep diamond shells. It looks like it's just got to be a stop shot. Make sure you get through the cue ball here. Oh, he played it that way. That's a magician shot if there ever was one, because that's low right, snatch it out.
I can't tell from the angle from here. That cue ball's hard.
Yeah, you're right. That cue ball delayed before the draw took. Fortunately, the fact that they're tied up doesn't matter. The 7-10 may even be wired for all we know. Well, it's not going to be wired now. That's okay. He didn't want to run into those balls.
No, he hit it fat. He's trying to go up and down. I shouldn't say wrong.
Yeah.
Greatest player of all time. Look at this shot, though. This guy.
He knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
You know, I know you've watched Efren his whole career. I have. You know, the years have gone by, the physical wear and tear and all of that. It doesn't seem to affect him that much, but it just.
Every once in a while he'll miss a ball, but he would never miss before.
Listen, the man is less than a month from being 60 years old, and he is still an absolute threat in just about anything he enters. Arguably, when it comes to playing the rotation, he is a formidable opponent, but he doesn't have the break, which he's never really had. But the modern day players now who work on their break so much and have it down.
Smoke from out of his ears.
You actually got to be a little kind of rough with these. You can't move them gently. The holes aren't big, are too small for the rings that are there. They needed a bigger hole. Look at this break. Slammed them, cue ball in the middle of the table, made a ball, got a shot. May not be, quite as seasoned as needed, but you know, at this level, ace to 9, which is pretty short, like we were talking earlier, nothing's going to be an upset. I mean, if Cole beats him 9-1 and have been for 30 plus years, I can never root against him, and I always want him to win. I mean, the guy's, you know, he's an idol. He's just about everybody's favorite player.
Yes, he is.
And I also think that just because the guy is just about 60, that I'm thrilled to be able to be a part of seeing. It's going to be a long time before there's another man that comes along and can revolutionize this game the way he has.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Well, I agree, and I'm more alluding to the fact that I think he revolutionized the way the game is played. Of anyone in the past, you know, 30 years, and certainly the last 25, the world of pool is different and better for it. And you couple that, a man who knows how exalted he is in the game, yet has as much humility as anybody.
Every time he wins, he'll say, "Well, yeah, I heard you win."
He
He said, "I got
lucky.
lucky. I got lucky." He's a trip.
I've never seen him say no to a picture, an autograph, you know, just all of those things.
Oh, everything he does. Yeah, he's just amazing. That's a pretty made, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, starting with that sharp cut on the one ball as
going
well.
behind them balls, three rails.
Yep. So, just like that, one apiece. Ping Chung Ko behind the outer table, and that's where the lineup is posted for the entire day as to who's playing on which table.
Is everybody going to have a chance on the TV table?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure with everybody playing that many matches and only 2 tables in play, it would not be. He doesn't want to leave it where the guy can hit and stick, though. And you can't do it now because it's on. He might, like, you know, cross corner with the speed to get it underneath the 6 ball and bring the cue ball back down the table here. There's no kiss. That was exactly the shot that Efren was going to play, and that's why Ping Chung decided.
Behind the balls. Put the one over there behind the whatever. Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Behind the 6 is as best you can get it.
Oh, that's what I like.
Yeah. What's he going to do? Is he going to slice it now?
Surely not.
Well, he called the right-hand corner, the upper right corner. I think he's playing mostly cue ball here. Okay, he didn't get away. Unless I don't think he really knew where both balls were going.
got a little funny here on the 8.
Yeah, it sure did. It came about 1.5 feet too far.
Is he shooting it back in the left
Yeah,
corner?
he's back cutting it.
I don't like that.
Four rails with the cue
Look at
ball.
this shot.
Yeah, 4 rails as long as you don't get behind the 10 or marry up to the 9.
That was a shot, wasn't it? A heck of a shot, well, I tell you.
So here's, you know, just stay down the shot here. He did.
You missed it.
I just had a feeling there. That's why I said stay down. And when you're close to the ball, even for Efren, I mean, sometimes they're deceiving when you're that close to the ball and you have that just little cut, but you got a long distance to travel. And that was really a factor of getting too far on the 8 and having to play that difficult 8, which resulted in the difficulty that he encountered on the 9, even though you would have expected him to make it. And
He wouldn't have missed that 9 ball in a million years a few years ago. Well, the only trouble here, he got Ken is a 4 ball, unless he tries to play the 4-10 combination. Look, you know, what do you think?
I think the
pretty much
410.
lined up.
I mean, it'll depend on the
Where it
angle,
gets
the
here,
angle
yeah.
on the 3, but it looks like that's laying about the best for it. It needs a big bounce, bigger.
No, he didn't get there.
Yeah.
Tell what he's gonna do yet. He's using inside. He's gonna spin around the
Well,
ball.
that's what I
and play
said. 3 rails behind come from behind with a low right ball. He knew he was going at the 10. Now he's going to have to play the 10.
it. Yeah.
And I would move that value after it hits the 7. So he's figuring out how to cue it to get the effect he wants. He just flat out missed the 4 ball. He didn't cut it enough. There was plenty of room. He was too worried about the cue ball hitting the 7 flush and stop.
Well, if this kid gets out here, not kid, you know, 3-1, and looks like he's out if he just gets here and shoots a 7 inside. Efren's made 2 uncharacteristic, whatever the word is, errors that you never see him make.
Yeah.
Miss that 9, I can't. Yeah, it's huge.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nikki and I, we're the same age. We're within like 6 months of each other.
He's 60,
So
I think he's 66.
Yeah, I'll be 66 in a few weeks. So the point being, we were in college at the same time. He went to Purdue. I went to Northeastern University in Boston, but I represented our school in the NCAAs back then.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Nikki won 2 years ago.
Definitely easier.
There's also so much more information to learn and help you and improve your game. You know, I know I'm dating both of us, but everybody knows that by now, how old we are and all of that. But, you know, when we were coming up, and I would assume the same for you, the old guys didn't share their secrets.
They
You didn't.
They
You
wouldn't
had
tell
to.
you nothing. Are
You had to
kidding me?
pay for it.
Oh yeah,
You had to pay for it, and I don't mean take a lesson. I mean get the snot beat out of you for money.
yeah.
And that's how you learn.
Yeah.
Of course, it's much different nowadays. But you know,
Look at this shot.
Jesus Christ, great shot.
What a shot.
But you
Say that
know, I
ball
mean,
cut that
I've
ball.
had this conversation later than the greats of the 50s and 40s. It's just that there's so many more of them. Where back then, there was a handful of guys that could, you know, that were at the top. And now you go to some of these events and there's 30, 40 guys capable of winning. Ooh, that may drop. No, it's not gonna drop. Diamond table.
Yeah, he hit that ball. A little funny.
We're that deep, so he can catch it with the long rail first here and swing around. But I think he's got to get way down there in the kitchen where he can play the 3 in the side off the 5 or the 3 in the corner. So he's got to, when he wants to hit this kind of medium thickness and gets the 4 ball. Do it, but at least he can see the red. So when I get to a tournament, I normally don't have to reinvent the wheel and go talk to everybody and get all the correct information. I just have to make sure what I have is current. I pick 2 or 3 things that are noteworthy and try to change them up each time, and just to, you know, help build the greatness of the player and what they've accomplished.
People that don't play pool don't know how hard it is for a guy 60 years old to be competing against guys that are in their 20s and 30s and whatever, you know what I mean? It's tough in these rotation games.
Sure.
One pocket you can duck, you ain't got to shoot at your hole, you know, and you're moving around.
Yeah.
But it's here, you got every shot's you got to make.
Right.
There ain't ducking, you know what I mean? You just, it's so difficult.
Well, and there's also the physical demands and the
Yeah,
stamina necessary,
yeah.
and you're, you know how many pools you know that got back trouble and you know, leg trouble and all this stuff, and it's remarkable.
But he can still do this. It really is.
Absolutely, and I mean, and also to another player's credit, who's you know now over 50 years old, is Earl. I mean, look at the condition that man keeps himself in.
Look what he just did.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Efren, what the old Efren might have done, but
Yeah,
he should be able to cut this in and just float to the middle of the table, play the 10 in the same corner. I don't know, maybe it's a little steeper cut than it looks from here. See, now, if there's anything that challenges him now at this stage of his life, it's long shots, it's distance, right? Yeah. Long straight ins. I mean, you give him this 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah, this.
See, he moved, Bobby.
Jumped up, he jumped
moved.
up.
He's not. The upper part of his body
No, he jumped up.
as still as he used to when he goes through the cue ball.
He jumped up.
And, you know, I think the last thing in the world anybody wants to see is him having difficulty.
It's one thing that starts to become automatic.
Right.
You're lifting up,
Right.
and you see how he lifted up right when he contacted the ball.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you start to think about it, that's worse, because now that's what you're thinking about, and you're not supposed to be thinking when you're down over the shot. You've done all your thinking beforehand.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
He can still play one pocket like 90% of his speed.
well, sure, because you
95%.
don't get that many of those long straight
And
ins.
if you get one, you can duck.
That's right.
This here, he's probably, I guarantee you, percentage-wise, he's probably playing 80% of his game.
If that,
If
it
that.
might even be a little less.
If that,
Might be.
Because he wouldn't have missed that ball in a zillion years.
No, just like before when he
Missed that
over
9.
and he overcut the 4 ball and they missed
that.
it, and he ran into the 10 because he was trying to do something with the cue ball.
Yeah.
It's about himself, and and how he continues to represent the game.
Oh, he's my favorite player.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about
mine
it.
too. I mean, it hurts. It hurts to watch. You've got to have even more respect for him, that he's not afraid to get up there, and if some of these things happen, well, he still manages to.
And he's still subject to win the whole thing.
He still could.
That's the crazy part.
Well, I think his win this year, Bobby, was, I mean, just to use a cliche, it was one for the ages.
Yeah.
298 guys, and he's the only one that goes undefeated. One pocket field in history.
Yeah, everybody was there that
Right.
plays now. Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Look at this. Look at this. Look at
It's
this.
going to be all right. I mean, the last three was him, Shenandoah, Frost.
Yeah.
And Boosty was like fourth or fifth. And what people don't realize is that he's won 6 one-pocket titles at Derby. Now, there's been 16 Derby cities, but he's only played in 11 of them.
It was 1-6.
So six out of 11, and 4 in a row. Imagine that, winning that one-pocket event 4 years in a row, and he did that.
Yeah.
Attaboy. Way to go, Bata. Get out. Good man.
Everybody's pulling for him.
Jimmy don't play much anymore. I saw him last year at the Hall of Fame banquet. That's the only time I've seen him. Maybe he'll do an exhibition here or there, but I think he's essentially retired from playing.
What about Hopkins is still playing?
Hopkins still plays a little bit. He don't travel much.
No, he don't go nowhere.
But there's such a great group of mid-20s to late 30-something-years right now. I mean, mid-30s guys like Appleton, Mika, who's 40 or 41, Torsten, who's 31 now.
Yeah.
Alex, 34 or 35.
Yeah.
Did I mention Darren? You've got right there. You've got 7 guaranteed future Hall of Fame. Okay.
Look at this shot.
So what's needed is the guys coming in behind them. I mean, Shane's the leader of the current new young gen. A lot of great young players. And then just from a pure talent level, you've got people like Justin Hall, Justin Bergman.
Ball on the side, hung it. He hit it a little fat. Well, I believe he's out from here. Ken is going to make this match 5 to 4-3. That was a big miss.
Yeah, I really was hoping Efren had closed the gap right there and put a little suspense into it. I mean, this still to go, but it doesn't look like Ping Chung Ko is going to make many unforced games to Efren.
No,
easy wins.
Yeah.
Whereas, unfortunately, the magician has done that, and he's given up a couple of racks here that he ordinarily wouldn't have. I mean, it really should be about a tied match. And meanwhile, on the other table, I can tell you that right now John Morrow leads 5-3. Ralph is shooting the 10 ball. Sometimes a dog stuff, I'd never think I would.
I like people watching when I was gambling.
Yeah. I didn't gamble much. I did when I was young, but once I got past college, I didn't gamble anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I enjoy having people watch. It's kind of inside. You want to say, well, let me show them what I know and what I can do. Not.
What's Efren laughing about? He's smiling about something. Something got him funny.
Well,
He's a trip.
if anybody knew what was inside that brain,
You know, he's like got a brain. You know, he's like a master chess player. I mean, the guy's like, he's like autistic with all that stuff. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. Now that might be the greatest shot in history. You see how he hit this ball?
Yeah.
Going between them balls and get like perfect.
Well, most people would never even seen the shot, and then he got executed.
Did you see? I mean, you see how hard that shot was? Really?
Yeah.
People don't realize that was like one in.
Right. This is the straight in 10 balls.
Oh, I know.
But
makes me
you know,
sad.
I don't know how you feel about it, but I think long straight in shots are some of the toughest shots in pool.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you have no margin for error.
I can tell you, I'd never miss one though.
Don't get straight in.
Don't cut it. Simple. Just don't cut it. Wow, that shot he made on the one just in, killing the cue ball, going between them balls and 2 rails.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Like the guy that, he goes up to a steak horse and he says, come on, back me. A million shots. I got a million shots. There ain't a shot that will come up, I can't make. I got a million shots. The guy finally stakes him. He goes out. He loses the guy's whole bankroll. And he says, what the hell happened? You told me you knew a million shots. He says, I did. None of them came up.
Yeah, none of them came up. That's pretty funny. None of them came up.
Meanwhile, after that great 1 to the 2 ball here, he's made the rest of the rack pretty damn routine, and he ain't going to miss this one. I hope this gives him a little bit of a spark. Just feel good about himself again. Forget about that 10 ball and all that.
Nice out. Beautiful shot on the one.
Yeah, I remember the story went around too that everybody was saying he had a pump stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like playing a violin.
Yeah, it was fun. Like,
get out of the side. Get out of the side.
Please.
Jesus.
Oh, boy.
That's from your 2 unbiased commentators. Not rooting for anybody, are we?
No.
And with all apologies to Ping Chung,
I got in trouble for rooting for him like last year when he was playing
I know you did. I know. And they get on you for. Okay, in any sport.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's maybe a little less than professional to do it on a live cast.
Yeah.
But hopefully, we're certainly going to commend good play, no matter who it's from.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're going to admonish
bad play. I just want Efren to win.
Whoever it's from.
No, I agree, Ken.
I think the pool world understands that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If Efren wouldn't miss,
he did give him 2 games. But let's give young Mr. Cole credit here. He's taken advantage of every opportunity Efren's given him.
He's playing
he
good.
Hasn't. Yeah, if that's his angle.
He's drawing the ball. Yeah,
he could get close, and he can get closer to the 8 this way.
He was close. I thought he had an angle on the
ball. You feel the speed of that shot a lot better by drawing it into the rail and out than trying to just draw it to a point. That's kind of like moving the cue ball.
That comes up a lot when you're going the length of the table, drawing and,
right.
and coming back.
Right.
Yeah. Three. Well, this might give Efren a chance to maybe catch back up a couple of games. He's got to get out here. I don't know. Sydney. My sister Sydney's watching.
Sydney. Oh, I thought.
What kind of name is Sydney? That's my mom used to say. I got a granddaughter named Kelsey. My mom said, "What the hell kind of name is Kelsey?" up
Let's
here,
go,
buddy. There you go. Get down here on the rail where you need to be. Thought she's in Australia. Come on, ball. Keep going. Another foot or so. Nice shot. You can't pick the same as me, by the way.
No. I'm going to pick Bustamante. See, you went first and you still maybe got
still dogged it.
Dogged it, right. And you picked your guy after his match. I picked my guy. He ain't played yet.
Look at
So
this.
you want every edge.
Boy, Efren hit this ball.
Yeah, you have to draw into the 7 now and move it.
He's like a foot short of where he was trying to get.
Yeah.
This is not easy, Ken. He's going to have to.
Yeah, he's going to have to
Spin
drag
into
it, drag
it.
it. He
Nice.
just doesn't have to move it far. Just put it right in front of the hole.
I don't think he's doing that. Look at this
You're
shot.
right. Maybe he couldn't.
I can tell by what he was
Yeah,
cueing the
he
ball.
couldn't. Boy, he got as
Shot
good
there,
as
buddy.
You bet it is. Well, he's still
Just
got
shoot
the
it.
he's still
And
got
just-
the ability to recover.
Just roll up here toward the 8. Shoot the 8 in that left corner.
Stay down. Heat that time. You see, his head didn't come up.
Yeah, but he's supposed to just blunt the ball and
Yep.
shoot the 8. He ain't supposed to try to swing over there, right?
Yeah, but I think
What do
he's
you
a
think?
50-yard line here. I think it's the back cut.
Yeah. I wish he just would have bunted that ball down the rail and shot the 8 in this left corner. Look at this shot. He made a hell of a shot then, killed the cue ball. See him go across the table? You know?
Just in the last 3 years,
Oh.
we must have lost 8 or 10
I
guys.
can't, but I mean, I tell you, I know. I can just keep naming them over and over and over and over. People, it's just unbelievable. It's hard to believe. Maybe you can't hit the 1. That's unlucky from there. Where do you push? He's kicking at it.
Yeah, I like the kick.
I don't know. I don't like this kick stuff. I don't like
If Efren's kicking, I like it. Okay, that's going to be Ping Chung's option. He
I
certainly,
think he's straight
well,
in.
well, on the other side of the drape there, I can tell you that.
We do use that slow.
Played
or
many
you could
times,
hit-
and he likes it. He has good cue ball control there. Just
like
the
this.
kill. That's a little thin, but that should be
He's
okay.
all right. He's good. He's good.
Yeah. You just don't want to get 3 too close to the hole and leave him the 1 rail kick. Now he doesn't. He's got basically the same shot he just played in the other pocket. You know, it's like the 1 pocket shot, and that's his
And
pocket
kick it
where
back.
he's standing.
Exactly.
Right. And go up table. Can't catch it too thin though. No, that's good speed. That's terrific. Look at this. He got him 2 ways. Got him with the 5 and the 10.
That's an easy hit here, though.
Yeah,
easy
but,
hit.
the old Efren would have kicked real soft at this, just moved the 3 and wedged the cue ball between the 8 and the 10.
Yeah. He's calling the 3 in the corner.
That's what he did.
Easy.
No,
it
no
came
good.
out.
No good. Caught it a little too thin. I had breakfast at his hash house the other day, and I had to send it back like twice.
Why?
It wasn't made right. It was
Really?
cold. Yeah, I just didn't like it, and it's overpriced.
It's
They changed the name. It's a different place from last year, but
Yeah.
you know, I mean, bacon and eggs for $15, and
Oh,
I
I
had to send it back. So anyway,
Yeah.
I go over here to the sports deli. You can't go sit somewhere beyond your breakfast. I don't like eating dinner at 10 o'clock at night because it takes too long to digest it.
Look at this shot. Boy, hit this ball nice. Yeah, you hit that ball nice, boy. In between them 2 balls. Efren win this game if something needs something to go wrong here.
Well, if it's going to go wrong, it's right here. If he can't get the cue ball far off the
so,
rail,
yeah,
but
seven's
so close to the pocket.
Yeah, he's so close.
Yeah.
If he stays in the rail and comes back like 2 feet,
He's
good.
better off stopping there than pulling it back way far. Well, if he had that angle, that's.
Well, this is probably the worst spot he could have got on the 9.
Yeah, he's too flat. He's almost drawn at the 10. If he could bring it back to where it is now, Cotton, I think that's about as good as he needs to get. Is now.
Yeah.
See, now he's going to be all right, but this could have come out a whole lot worse. I knew he was drawing right at the
there.
Yeah, that's why, me personally, I would not have drawn it that far. I'd have just taken my little longer shot there on the 10 to avoid anything presiding at both tables. They were only able to devote us one referee.
That's a good point.
So that's why. If we were able to have 2 referees, I think we'd have gone all ball. And that's one of the reasons all the CSI events are played, all cue ball fouls only, because they just left. It looks like an alley there. Well, it's a two-way shot because he'll see and he'll have him hooked. This goes in. He don't want this to go in.
He don't want this to go. No, he thought he made it.
This is tough. It's going to be tough to hit for a right-handed player.
Yeah, he's got
a left-handed player can reach this one rail. Yeah, for a right-handed player, unless he left-handed or wants to get the bridge, it's awkward. Maybe he can twist it around the 9, Bobby. He might have enough gap between the 9 and the cue ball to be able to twist it.
I don't think he's going to come close.
Got a curve after it's gone a ways.
By God, that's close he can get.
Got a pretty good piece of it. Yeah.
Sure did.
Okay, well, Efren got what he needed, which is an open shot on the 1, and he's going to have to play 2-rail shape for the 2 in the side. And I think if he's going to maybe use the 6 ball as his target ball. That's the ball to the left of the foot spot where he's just standing.
I think he's going to use trying to hit the 5.
Yeah, I thought of that too, but I don't know. I don't know if he can actually hit the 5 coming 2 out of this corner. See, that ball's going that way, so he just decided to play the. Well, he was playing to just get a little further down.
He might have passed the 5.
He might. No, I think he was going at the 3 ball. He must.
Okay.
He might have caught the object ball a little heavy.
He's still cutting it inside.
Yeah, because not the cue ball.
Oh boy, what a nice shot!
Don't go in. Dunk it in there. Has he got a pocket?
I can't tell. I don't think it goes. If it does, he's got like a half a pocket. At least he just always do shoot and stop though if he doesn't.
Yeah, I guess he's got room. He's not taking any time.
Nice shot. He didn't jump up. Stayed on.
I was going to say the same thing. That's the key right now. He's got to stay down.
I've been playing a lot of one pocket, this last several months with a couple of locals. And I've caught one like, dude, I'm going to throw my back out, And it's like, oh, man,
Why do you think we do that? I think we tend to come up like that.
I have no idea,
Because it's common to all pool players.
And everybody does it.
So there's got to be something that we're all doing that's causing that.
You feel it when you do it. And I can feel it.
You know the moment the Q-tip hits the cue ball, whether you've done that or not.
And I'm thinking, boy, hey, camera. Somebody see me jump. I look like a jackrabbit. It's so, you can feel it.
The only thing I can possibly suggest that, you know, strictly as a theory, is that it tends to happen when you're trying to do something a little either unnatural or something out of your comfort zone, and your confidence isn't at the level it needs to be, and you're not really pilot that you normally are when you're playing well.
Now, what do you do? Shoot the 10 in the other corner, or do you try to go across?
I'd short side the 10. I'd go 3 rails short. Want to hit right about where the magic rack is, maybe a little further down. That's
nice.
Perfect.
That's what I would have tried to do. Yeah.
That's Efren Reyes right there, folks.
Beautiful. Yeah.
You know, as bad as he's played, he's only down 2 racks, but he desperately needs to win this one. 9-ball back then. And he could make the wing ball in 9-ball, and he could outmove you and outsafe you, and once he got ball in hand, it was over.
Just don't scratch.
Go in 3 off of there. No? Oh, boy.
It's just murder. It's murder. You can't just...
Yeah. Well, the other thing, too, is it's one thing to break dry, but then it's no easy way to get up here to play the 2 in the top right corner.
Right.
So
just spin over toward the rail.
Yeah. Yeah. You might even hit the long rail and bounce out a little bit, but this low right, make sure you don't hit the 5. Well, it's about 6 inches short, but I think it's okay because he's got plenty of space for that cue ball to go across the table and come back out.
Spinning behind the 8. Low left.
Low left.
Yeah, just spinning behind those balls.
Most of the time, I mean, that's kind of how we were taught. Maybe a little different now. Some of the modern day straight pool players do spin the ball quite a bit. But he did come across. I just thought there was no risk.
Corner or even maybe the side. But I'm coming straight up the table.
Yeah, I like playing for the 4 on the side.
Like this,
yeah,
just like that.
Because
it's
got to stop. That's got to stop or he's safe. He's hooked. He's hooked. The 10 got him.
See it.
But
that's
the way to play it. To play it to the side. Yep. And either angle on the 4 on the side was okay.
Stop somewhere near the 4. I wouldn't have went that deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no need. Hit it like half that speed. He should have hit it like half that speed.
And again, he might have caught the 3 a little.
Like 3 different times for money years ago. Gene Nagy.
Oh, Gene Nagy, sure. Ooh,
yeah.
Almost made it. Gene was correct me if I'm wrong, I thought he was a pretty good instructor too. Didn't he teach a lot of people?
I get he was a nut. He was a pretty good friend of mine. It's a tough shot here to be shooting, isn't it?
He jumped up. See him come up? I mean, it's noticeable.
Oh yeah, he jumped up before
the cue ball got to the object ball.
He did. Lifted right up. If he'd have stayed down, he'd have made that ball. Lifted up. I know.
Even it still seems to affect it. It's like the follow through in any sport.
And that was a huge game too. Look at that.
Oh sure, it would have been 7-6, and the kid's feeling the pressure. He's got a break and not scratch. So no matter what we're saying about Mr. Magician, it's all relevant. All relative, because we're comparing it to at his prime, where he was the greatest player ever. And he'll always be the greatest player of all time until somebody comes along to take that title from him, and that's not going to happen while any of us are alive.
I don't see nobody doing what he's done.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. Like I said, I don't think there's anybody since, pre-1985 that has had more of an impact in revolutionizing the way the game is played in all disciplines at all levels. He has, and he's done it so unassumingly and so quietly, yet everybody that plays pool professionally in some way has probably had some influence on their game from Efren Reyes.
Down at all?
I don't think so. I think what he has slowed down is his thought process. I think his mental game is what's improved, not his shot making or anything, or his decision making. I just think he's got he has better composure when things don't go his way now. You know, 9-1 or 8-2 or something, and at that point there's no pressure on him, and he put together 5 or 6 games, and he closed the gaps like 10-9 or something, and he tightened up once he got close, once he could reach, once he saw.
When you're that far behind us, you just freewheeling.
Exactly. And he said to me that he definitely, once he kind of realized, now, he hadn't been there before in that position. And you know as well as I do, Bobby, that you've got to actually take some losses. Never been there before. And he got a little too excited, and he started to play a little quick, and he made unforced errors, and he lost. But he knows how much he can gain from realizing that. And now, if of a position, he has that to fall back on, and he's been playing well too. I mean, like we said earlier today, stick with Jason as my pick if I'm forced to pick. I mean, but to me, it's heads or tails. I mean, now I had the other match out there wrong. I actually did think Ralph would beat John, just because of he's so seasoned. 10-ball final on the 10-footer, and in the 9-ball division at Derby, John was on the hill 9-8 in a race to 9 for the Derby 9-ball title, and he got one of the worst rolls I've ever seen in my life. He goes into the side at an impossible angle, so he's got to shoot again, and he's safe, and he misses the hit on the 3 or something and never comes back to the table, and he loses 9-8 instead of winning 9-7 if the 2 doesn't go in the sides. One of the coldest rolls I've ever seen. He was far superior, the better player. So I'm not at all surprised. Make sure you stay down.
We'll see what he does.
Yep.
See if he stays down.
Yeah. Just watch his head, folks. Just watch his head. You'll know. Okay. His head moved a little bit,
yeah.
but not so. Now he's got to stretch a bit. And he's got to drag this back. He went that way. Okay. More room there than it looked as far as to get on the 5.
He hit that ball perfect.
Yep.
Too. Perfect spot. Perfect. Best.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hit it perfect. If he stays down. Yep. Come on, Efren.
You know, Bobby, by Efren in the early part of the match really stand out.
Oh, yeah.
Because now it's, looking like it's going to be 8-6, and even if he makes only one of those mistakes, and it's 7-7 with him breaking, the whole complexion of this is just hot.
A tad over, he could go forward. He's good.
Yeah, when he's close to the object ball, he's not going to miss. He's going to be able to do what he still was able to do. It's when he's got that distance between the cue ball and the object ball, or it's just a long straight shot. He didn't win.
What happened to him?
He couldn't make the long shots on the 10-foot table.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. I didn't hear what you're saying.
Yeah, and that has continued to kind of haunt him a little bit. Not haunt him, but
does the one go here, Ken?
Well, if it does, it's not looking good for Bata. About all the business here that he's going to need to work on. Everything else is sitting pretty nice.
Yeah, this might be it here.
Yeah, it might be. Both these matches could be over in the next 10 minutes or less. Don't get straight. I like straight in on the 5 in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Just go straight up the table. That's not 2 rails. Just go
Yeah.
straight up.
Well, if you go 2 rails, you're coming right at 7. No past the side pocket. That's a little too far. That's a lot too far. It's 50-yard line too far.
That's like the only spot he can get.
Yep. The 5
He
to
had
give
hit
him
shorter up the.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably come out of this okay. He's cutting in the side, go 3 rails.
Yeah.
And of course, again, young eyes and able to recover and nothing errors. And Ralph Souquet is hanging around. He won that rack. It's now 8-6 over there. But we will see Efren again tomorrow. And I'll see if I can let everybody at 11. So once tomorrow for Efren and once Sunday. Like I said, some guys play twice tomorrow. Group A is going to play twice today. And 11 o'clock round, we'll play, Group D will play at 5 o'clock. And there it is, a 9-6 victory for Ping Chung Ko.